Hey guys, I want to talk to you today about weight loss. I've been struggling with my weight lately, and it's weird to me because, you know, I used to be a chubby kid, and in my 20s, I worked hard to work out and try and lose weight. And not until I got to my 30s did I get it. It was like a 10-year journey, to actually getting a six pack, pretty much six pack. It didn't always show, but I had a six pack, and being really ripped and muscular, and basically having my dream body. And I became like an expert at nutrition and working out. And it took me, like I said, like 10 years to get there. Now, it doesn't, and I lost about 70 pounds, something like that. And it doesn't take 10 years to lose 75 pounds, whatever I lost. You can lose that in a year. Some people lose that in 6 months, Some people even sooner. So why did it take me 10 years to lose that weight, Going up and down, yo-yoing, giving up, coming back. It's obviously, it took 10 years because of my mind, It wasn't the physical. If I was a robot and I just got up every day and I ate how I ate when I did lose it and worked out how I did consistently, I would have, it wouldn't have took 10 years. So obviously it was the mental hurdles and barriers and that kept me stopping and restarting or sabotaging myself or whatever it is that took it all those years. And I kept that weight off for like 5 years, and then I gained it back when I was going through a lot in life, like tremendous amount of stress. And then I lost it again, and it came back. But ever since I gained it back, I've never kept it off as long as that 5-year period. And now I've gained it back again. And I try to start working out and eating right and stuff like that. Actually, I eat pretty good, but eating like workout good. There's a difference between eating healthy, healthy organic, grass-fed, fruits and vegetables, whole foods, and losing weight foods. Because losing weights, they count calories. It's all about calorie restrictions, and stuff like that. And you can eat very healthy and go over your calories really easily. But I've been doing that and having a lot of problems with that. And it's been confusing to me how I can have so many problems. I used to do juice fast. I started doing juice fast again. I remember doing a juice fast for a few days and not even losing barely even any water weight, And it's just really frustrating and confusing because I'm like, this is something that I know how to do, and this is something that I lose pretty easily, and it's not happening the way it's supposed to. And even when I get in the rhythm of working out for, let's say, 2 months or something like that, I start feeling better in my body, and I start to I'll get sick, or something will happen that'll interrupt my flow, my rhythm, and then I'll get, I don't know, discouraged or whatever that has been, and I won't start it back again. So, like I said, it's been very frustrating thing. But now I've been seeing the light. I see what's going on, and I see what life is trying to do for me. As I affirm, everything is always working for my good, including this. And I've been getting a lot of messages from all over the place, from the secret daily teachings, from Abraham Hicks, random passage in Abraham Hicks' book, to even something Dr. Joe sent in an email. And it's all related to the power of your mind and weight loss. And I guess it's a belief that's strong in me that in order to lose weight, I have to exercise and eat right. And all these messages that keep coming to me are telling me that that is not the problem, exercising, eating right. It's what you believe about yourself, what you believe you weigh, your self-identity, that's creating your weight. If you, and like in Abraham Hicks, he says, if you believe you're a skinny person, you'll be a skinny person eating a donut. And if you believe you're a fat person, you'll be a fat person eating a donut. Now, I believe 100% in law of attraction, and I've seen it work countless ways in my life. And this is just a belief that is, like, I guess, ingrained in me from a kid, and I know that the life, universe, God is helping me to overcome, to uproot this belief in me and replace it. And that's why the old ways of just diet and exercise has not been working for me, and I've been getting all these roadblocks anytime I start, and all these things happening to get me off track, is because it's trying to show me a new and better way, and a more powerful way to start with your mind. And maybe, if I'm working on my mind and I see myself as fit and I feel fit now, and I'm affirming that I'm fit and healthy and things like that, and I know I am my perfect weight always, like Rhonda Bryan says, maybe it will lead me to working out and eating right. Or maybe it won't. That's the thing. You don't know how it's going to happen. And even if it does happen through working out and working out and eating properly, it's gonna happen in a way that's easy. It's not gonna be like a struggle, like, I gotta get up every day and force myself to go to the gym and things like that. Even that, I lost my desire for going to. I used to love going to the gym for years upon years, and I just lost my desire for all of that. I know everything is working for my good to help me to do this in a different way. And as I think about, as I start to shift my way of thinking, instead of looking at this as a problem that, I need to resolve by going to, changing my diet and working out, I start to think, like, really self-reflect of who I am and what do I think about myself, my identity. And like, one thing is always looking at the weight, the weight on the scale, which is, what is it, like 270, right? 270? Yeah, 270, which is the most I've ever weighed. When I lost the 75 pounds, I was like 250 or something like that. And I got in Men's Health magazine also, because that was my goal. I wanted to lose weight and be in Men's Health magazine, because that's, what I used to look at all the time for all those years, and I did. I accomplished that, and it happened around Christmas time that I was published, I think in 2009 or 12. No, I think 2012. I don't know. I'll look for the picture and maybe I'll put it in here, the article. But anyway, as I reflect now on more of the mental part, of this whole thing, I see that all those years that I was working out, I was a chubby kid working out. And even when I got fit, I was a chubby guy that got fit, And as I was continuing to eat healthy and exercise and things like that, I was always fighting my own identity, So I was this fit guy, but I was really a chubby guy on the inside that was trying to keep it together, And I kept it together for years and years. And then as soon as, too much stress happened, too many things was happening in my life, and I could not have my focus and attention on that as much as I should, it fell apart, because it fell back into my default, which is, I'm a chubby boy, And so I realized I have to change my my identity from a chubby guy that got fit, or a chubby guy that's working out, or a chubby guy that's, eating healthy, to a person that is naturally fit, a person that is naturally slim, a person that is naturally healthy. And that's who I am. And sometimes I eat, healthy, and sometimes I eat a little bit worse. And I love eating healthy, so that's not even a problem. But sometimes I don't eat healthy, and it's not a problem. I'm a slim guy, I'm a fit guy, eating unhealthy right now, and it's okay, because I'm a healthy person. And that's what I have to change my identity to. It's like when you get on the scale and you're looking at 170, and every time I'm always like, oh, well, I'm 165 now, 5 pounds below 170, or I'm 172, I'm 2 pounds below 170. My focus was on 170 focusing on 170, focusing on that number is keeping me at that number. You know, when I measure my success, oh, I lost 10 pounds. That 10 pounds is measured to the 170. I lost 10 pounds from 170. And what I shifted my focus to is that I'm 191. So if I lost 10 pounds, then I'll be like, oh, well, I'm 50 pounds closer to 191. But my focus has to be 191. My identity and focus has to be fit and slim and 191. My goal weight, my perfect weight, you know, my goal body, focusing on that and feeling that I am that. And I start to see all kind of emotional things around eating. I see that when I'm stressed out, and let's say I don't have any other options to, you know, go out, and, you know, I love dancing, I love fishing, you know, I love being with my friends and my, you know, hanging out with my family. And let's say I don't have any of those options and I'm stressed out, well, I go to food for joy, you know. So if I feel like I'm starving for joy, if I'm not having joy in my life, then I would go to food. And that's what was happening. So when I was so stressed and I didn't have the finances to go out and do anything, and I was kind of isolated, I didn't have the friends around me, and, you know, I was just stressed in so many ways, I needed joy. My body needs joy, and so food became my joy. You know, cheap food, cheap junk food or whatever, that became my joy. And it's not really joy. You know, everybody that eats that, you know, has like any kind of emotional eating, they know that it's like a temporary, low level, not even really joy, just some quick happiness hit, you know, and it quickly turns into regret and tiredness and fatigue and stuff like that. But this is what this journey has shown me. The fact that my old ways of exercising and eating right was not as exciting as it used to be to me. And it was, even when I forced myself to do it, it was having all these obstacles to doing it. It forced me to start going within in this area of my life. I go within with a lot of almost everything else, but for this area of my life, I just was like, oh, well, I just gotta go do this exercise. I didn't even think about identity or beliefs or law of attraction and any of that stuff, you know. And so now this is helping me to go deeper in that area, which is really enlightening to see, you know, what I thought of myself, and, you know, and how I was using food and stuff like that. And it feels like what life is trying to help me do is to free myself from a addictive pattern, you know. And it's not about food, it's about the way of thinking, a way of thinking about myself, an identity that I had for myself from childhood. And we are all around those people. We all know people, including like my wife, that, you know, can eat whatever they want and they stay slim. My cousin is like that. I call him the Power Ranger. He's like, has a great body. He works out every now and then. He's not working out consistently every day or every month or anything like that. And he eats cake for breakfast and he's super fit. And he has this belief that it doesn't matter what I eat, I'm always gonna be fit. I'm always gonna be sexy. I'm always gonna be lean, you know? And he's been telling me that for years. He's like, food doesn't make me fat, it makes you fat, or whoever he's talking to, you know? And so the kicker for me was Joe Dispenza actually sent a link in his email from this doctor from Stanford University. I don't know if she's a doctor, but I think she has a PhD from Stanford. And she actually had this test, to the placebo test. You know, she wanted to test the placebo effect with weight loss. So she made a milkshake that was 300 calories, and she had a group of people drink it, and she called it the Sensi shake, like sensible shake. And she put a nutrition label on it that says 300 calories, you know, like low fats, no added sugar, blah blah, like a healthy milkshake. And she measured the people's levels. I think it's ghrelin levels or something like that. It's a hormone that signals if you're satisfied. And when she measured it after they had that shake, it went up slightly, indicating that they had some food and they were, you know, feeling a little bit satisfied. Now, she had the same people come back a few weeks later, and she took the same shake, same 300 calorie shake, but this time she put a label on it as as 600 calories and full of fat and all this stuff. And then she called it the indulgent shake. And then she gave it to those people to drink. Now it's the same shake as before, but this time their hormone levels spiked way up, you know, like 3 times higher than the other time. It's indicating that they were like basically had a huge meal, you know. And this is the same shake. So this was showing scientific proof that it's not so much what you're eating, but what you're thinking about what you're eating that affects the inside of your body. And that was like the straw that broke the camel's back for me. I was like, okay, this is real. I've seen this so many places. It's been coming to me over and over and over from so many different sources. But this one, I don't know why this one did it, but this is the one that was like, okay, this is real. And I am going to get serious about doing the work, the mental work of releasing the identity that I'm a fat person trying to get fit, and hold on to the identity and install a new identity and belief that I am a fit, healthy person and I am my perfect weight. And Rhonda Bryan in The Secret is like 1,000% into this. She's like, she had this weight problems, and when she started saying she was her perfect weight, she saw how her weight just dropped, and she's been her perfect weight ever since. And she thinks that like dieting and all that stuff is BS. So I'm gonna keep you guys updated. I just wanted to be like you know, honest and vulnerable about this thing that's going on in my life, and to know that, you know, no matter how much you know, you're always going to be learning, you're always going to be making mistakes and stuff like that, and there's always an area in your life that you want to improve. So I'm going to be putting out a lot of videos of my progress in this journey of reorienting my identity around my body and my weight and my relationship with food. So if you have any suggestions about this subject or anything like that, you can always put links below. Or if you want to start the journey with me, you can also write that below, and we can see how we can do this together. But I'm excited to do this because I know it's going to work, and I know the work might be hard sometimes. You know, I'm really gonna have to do the work and get into alpha state to relax my mind, so those old beliefs don't come and conflict with these new ones. But I'm getting excited. You know, I'm getting excited like how I used to get excited about working out. But now I'm getting excited about doing this, and I'm excited to see how this is gonna manifest. And I know once it does, it's gonna change things forever.